I'm Devi City, and you have just entered Devi Realms. So, when individuals look at time, their perception of time is a little dragged out. It's expanded and stretched out in such a way that a mere 20 years could seem like an eternity. 20 years on a cosmic scale is a blip. Not even. It's like a blip from a million years ago. Like it doesn't even exist anymore. That's how here and gone it is in an instant. 20 years. But most people look at that as an incredibly long time to have to work towards or invest in buying their first home, owning land, becoming a millionaire, things like that. 20 years is like, oh my gosh, like I need this to happen in like 6 months. That's all I got. It's all the patience I got. So it's really difficult for them to plan and execute over long spans of times, for long ranges. Things that require endurance and staying power being solidified in the collective conscious, giving it immortality. So in order to help with that, it's better if you get a handle on time and make yourself larger than it. Instead of looking at 20 years like an eternity, you're able to look at it as a much more manageable and condensed construct. It's no longer across your entire lifespan, or your good years at least. It's just a blip, and you've got so much to do with many, many more sets of 20 years, because you can handle one, you can handle two, you can handle three, because you're able to condense them and manipulate. If it's larger than you, then you can't manipulate it. It's too much. Condense it. Realize 20 years really isn't much time. And so when you go to your altars and do your ritualistic work and apply your magical workings, it'll be easier for you to make that reality stay put for centuries. Okay? What we want to do is look at it as a smaller thing so you can handle more increments of it. What you want to shoot for is being able to handle and manipulate realities over the course of eons, limitless dimensions, limitless realms. But you would have to be able to be large enough to stand back and see the entire forest instead of just the one tree. Okay? Get above it. You hear people say all the time, it's above me now. No, so we got to flip that. You get above it, okay? So you can manage it. Here's an easy thing. What you can do is do a reality swap between currency and time, since they usually are paired quite a bit. When you look at currency, a $20 bill, to most people, even the average person, isn't very much at all when you think about what it takes to put a down payment on land or a house or buy a car. $20 is kind of like, meh. You count, but you don't. Like, you're that small in this thing. You know what I'm saying? So with time, if you were to look at 20 years, the same way you looked at $20, you can handle all kinds of, projects with manipulating the centuries. Thousands, millions, billions of years. Consider that. When in an earthly path, people are pursuing wealth, security, they're usually aspiring to be a millionaire or a billionaire. They're not aspiring to be a 20-naire. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're shooting way past that. So this is what you want to do with time, years, legacy. Don't just plan for the next 6 to 12 months because you're in a bind and you need immediate results because you feel like you're in an immediate crisis. You must have the wherewithal to establish an intention that's going to span eons. But you would have to be able to see, compute, and manipulate eons, not 20. Okay? So look at time as something that's more, manageable like a $20 bill is. You can handle a 20. Anybody can bust down a 20. Bust down those years like that. Anyone can bust down $100. So think in terms of centuries at the minimum, okay? Every move you make, every decision you consider, and then you come to in regards to what outcome you want to get off of that altar or just in existence, okay? If you are able to get above time, the concept of time that's taught on earth, you can establish, again, a reality that is solid for centuries. Now, why am I telling you this? Really, it's because we are about to get correction. We are in the middle of receiving tsunami waves of riches. And I don't just mean earthly currency. I mean wisdoms, deep, forgotten, undocumented stuff, okay? Things that have been documented and just lost to wars and whatever, these energies and these practices are resurfacing along with the brand new things that have never been discovered before. So in order to be able to contain that, process it, apply it, you have to put quite a few of the basic concerns you have on a strong cruise control. If your concern is basic housing, clothing, sustenance, these are the basics. If that's driving you mad, you need to really, really apply yourself in a strong, focused, intent way so that those things have a respectable safety net and a cruise control. Like, set it in stone so that you don't have to worry about doing huge ritual workings for basic things every month, every 3 months. You're running yourself into the ground. Put some of those things on cruise control. The ones that drive you the most insane, you need to focus on that one. The one that you always feel like you're scurrying around for. That's the one you need to put on cruise control. Get above it, okay? Put it on cruise control so that you can clear out all that extra mental space that you've been wasting worrying about silly things. You know what I'm saying? It's not silly, but when you consider what's going on in the rest of the universe, yeah, silly, okay? Put it on cruise control. Clear out that mental space. Usually what we would tell you is to immediately envision what the new reality is, to fill that space with something productive right away so that it's not compromising. Something floating around that's not useful slips in there and then you got another bug you need to clear out. But in this case, once you put things on cruise control and you have a handle on it, that cleared out space you have for bullshit you didn't need to think about before will automatically be filled, not with BS floating around, but intended updates. Like, you have updates that are waiting, stacked up, all types of new bells and whistles and abilities and realities and practices and experiences. Just let it happen, okay? I promise the upgrades are dope as fuck. But anyways, to get a handle on your legacy, how you are laying down your blueprints, you need to consider how solid the blueprints are. Can they last a century at the least? You understand? Can they last 1,000 years? Like, this is the minimum. If you don't have anything that's going to go beyond this lifespan, you're spinning your wheels somewhere, and you need to start managing time like a boss, okay? All right. Thank you so much for listening. Like and subscribe. There will definitely be a flow of downloads up here regularly, and everything from those to even magical procedures, formulas, whatever spirit leads me to share, I shall. So like and subscribe and stay tuned.